Hello everyone, uh, this is Naveen and welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Learn with Data. Whether you are a data enthusiast, a budding data scientist, or just curious about the world of technology, you are in the right place. Here we break down complex tech concepts into simple, easy to understand lessons, and you can learn and grow with me. Today we are kicking off an exciting new series of Apache Spark, the powerhouse of big data processing. In this series, we will cover everything from the basics to advanced topics with hands-on example and practical tips. We will explore the session in respective of the interview. Okay, so you can take a approach that how can we give the interview for further in your career. So, if you are ready to dive into the world of distributed computing and unlock the potential of the big data, hit that subscribe button and smash the like button and let's you get started. Okay, this is the Apache Spark series. First, we will start with the introduction part. Okay, so Apache Spark has revolutionized the world of big data processing. Whether you are a data scientist or whether you are a data analyst or just someone curious about the big data, understanding Spark is essential. So everything everywhere in the organization Spark is using for complex data algorithm and other thing, whatever you have the complex data, analyze the data, you have the streaming the data everywhere Spark is using. Okay, so in this video we will dive into what Apache Spark is and why it is so popular and how it compares to Hadoop. We will also explore the key advantage, what is the benefit of this one, and give the simple PySpark code example so you can and understand what is the PySpark and how can we start this one. Okay, so let's start. First thing is in our mind, what is Apache Spark? Apache Spark is an open source distributed computing framework, okay, that enables for the fast processing of the big data. It also provides powerful tool for the batch processing, real-time data streaming, and machine learning. With it is also have the facilities for the graph analytics. So you can understand as a this is like as a supercar for the big data processing, which is also like as a fast, efficient, and the capable of the handling enormous data of with easy. It also handle the large data set. It also handle the large complex data also. Okay, so Apache Spark is like as a supercar. Now we come into the why is Apache Spark popular. It's popular because it's also the lightning fast processing. It is also the 100 times faster from the Hadoop. Okay, for the certain workloads. It's also useful. Like it also support the Python, PySpark, that also Scala, Java, and the SQL also. Okay, it also handle the structured, non-structured, and the semi-structured or unstructured data. Okay, it also handling the real-time streaming data that from the that you can also the Spark streaming and also handle the real time streaming data. Okay, so now coming to the works on this also the single machine cluster or cloud platform, like it's also like that AWS platform, Google platform, and also the Azure platform. Now you can see you have heard about that we can also the PySpark with the help of the Azure Databricks. Okay, here you can also create the cluster and once you created the cluster you can execute any type of the program into the Databricks. Now we will understand what is difference between Apache Spark and the Hadoop. Okay, like if we talk about the speed, it's the 100 times faster from the Hadoop. Okay, and it's also very easy of useful in compare of the Hadoop that is also useful for the Python, SQL, and the Scala. But the Hadoop is mostly based on the Java based. Okay, and it's also the batch, also the streaming, also database is also machine learning algorithm also process and the graph analytics. But in compare of the Hadoop, that's also only processing the batch processing. Okay, If we talk about the fault tolerance, it's also handled the fault if there is a system failure, that is also handled by the RDD lineage. Okay, that's also handled by the Apache Spark, resilient distributed dataset lineage. Okay, but it's also if we talk about the Hadoop, it's also replicate only for the basic recovery. Real-time processing, it's also handled the Spark streaming with the help, yes, but it's also not handled from the Hadoop side. Okay, what is the best? It is also best for the fast analytics and also the real-time data. But we if we compare of the Hadoop that with the Hadoop, that's also the large scale based data processing. Okay, so in the last, if you are using the only for the batch data processing, you can also use the Hadoop. Okay, and you are also can also save the cost saving. Okay, but if you are working on the large complex data, at that time you can also use the Apache Spark. Now, if we talk about the Spark architecture, you can see here, here is also using the Spark SQL, Spark streaming, machine learning library you can also use, and the GraphX. Okay, this is the Apache Spark core architecture where you also use the multiple types of the stacks that you can use, also the SQL streaming, MLlib, machine learning library, and the GraphX. Now come into the benefits or key advantage of the Apache Spark. Okay, if we talk about the fast speed, okay, that it's also used for the it's a formula car one race. Okay, if we compare up to the Hadoop, that is also old school truck. Okay, that it is from the that if we talk about the Hadoop, that is also like as a batch processing, but in compare of the Spark, it's also 100 times faster from the Hadoop map reduce. Okay, instead of the writing data to the disk every time, Spark store in intermediate results in memory. Okay, it's also the ultra fast. Okay, even when it's used disk storage, Spark optimize execution using the directed acyclic graph to run the task for the more efficient way. It's running a complex SQL query on a huge dataset can take out with Hadoop, but Spark is very easy. It's also executed in a minimal time. Okay. Now, if we talk about the unified analytics engine, it's also handled for the batch processing, real-time streaming data, machine learning library process, graph processing. Okay, that's all. Now come into the multi-language support. Okay, it's also support the Python, PySpark, Scala, Java, SQL, and R also. It's also handle the real-time data uh, processing with Spark streaming. Okay, while it's also handle the Spark streaming, you can process live data as it is arrive. Okay, this is crucial for fraud detection in banking, real-time stock market analytics, social media sentiment analysis also. Okay, uh, it's also support the cloud and big data system, like it's also support the SDFS. Okay, it's also support the Azure, AWS S3, Azure Data Lake Storage, Google Cloud Storage, database. It's also multiple handle the multiple types of database like MySQL, Postgres, Cassandra, and the MongoDB. Okay, it's also work upon on the machine learning with the MLlib, like it's also handle for the classification, the regression also, clustering also handle. Okay, recommendation system also handle. If we talk about the recommendation system, that you can also take the example of the Netflix, that also the movie suggestion, that you are taking a suggestion, recommend the movie from the Netflix side. It also work from the laptop, or it also work from the supercomputer also. If you have a single laptop, it can also for the small tasks. If you have the supercomputer, it can also handle the multiple multiple means the types of data sets, multiple means large volume of the data set, it's also handle. Okay, now if we take if we go about the code, let's you need to install first of install the Java for to that, definitely it's also required. Okay, like the JDK 8 or JDK 11, that you can also install first of thing. Second thing that you need to install the Scala. Okay. Third one, like you need to install the Hadoop, that you need given the define the environmental path into your system. Okay. Fourth, that you need to install the like into the library that you can also store the PySpark into your system. Okay. If we talk about the PySpark, you just simple right here uh, pip install PySpark. Okay, if you have the PySpark already into your system, okay, that's not required. It will say you that you have the already in your system. Okay, like you are saying that here they're given the message like the requirement already satisfied. Okay, so it's already installed. But if you have not stored that, it's installed with the PySpark, FindSpark, whatever the related to the PySpark library like the NumPy pandas, it will install with these one. Okay, now if we come into PySpark code. Okay, like if we talk about the PySpark code, let's come into the simple. We will talk here code from PySpark .sql. First, we import the Spark session because it is the entry point. Okay, Spark session. Sorry, Spark session. If you take about this one and that if you have to install this one, that definitely it will also install. You need to select the py your kernel is here. If it is kernel that connecting to the kernel PySpark, it will take some time. Okay, it's also executed. Now come into here the second cell. In initialize the Spark, that it will come automatically create that just Spark session dot builder dot app name whatever you have given to. You can also give any type of like the Apache Spark series. You can also give here. Okay, just it will take some time. Okay, and whenever you it's created, you can also given the Spark only. Just take some time. If you talk simple is here, let's say it will give you the Spark session, everything is here, like the whatever the version of this one master, like the Apache Spark. Okay, uh, now come into like a simple, we also create a RDD and we come to give some transformation into that RDD. Just a initialize a data is here, like if we will talk about this one, like simple that we have already this one. Okay, uh, we can also give this one James Smith and whatever we have, like any type of the data. If you have simple just lab. Okay, this one we have okay, we have some example is here. You can also this one. Okay, if you give the RDD is here, just let's see if the tab is good. Okay, that will be good. That we are also creating a data with the name and last name, first name, last name, or any salary and the gender, whatever like the code or whatever the salary is there, that we can also create this one. Okay, now come into this one. Like we are also creating a RDD is equal to like that we have also Spark on test dot parallelize the data. Okay, now you that can also see that we have also the data here. If you come into the here, that we also created a RDD. Now if we go here, we can also print this RDD. Let's just say like if we have the RDs here, like check if whatever the we have the RDD. Okay, sorry, RDD RDD here, RDD dot collect. What we have the collected, let's see. We have the data in here. Okay, you can see each and every row is here. Okay, now what we will do, we will also filter the data which have greater than 3000. Okay, so it will insert the data, it will also filter data only for these one. Okay, uh, we will talk here. Okay, sure. Like we have the filter data, like we are created the filter RDD. Okay, this will be good. Like we have the filter dot x5. X5 means 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, we can also, we will do the 3000. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, yeah, just yeah, good. Like we will cater this one and just print now the filter RDD. Filter RDD, just copy this here from to here and just let's see what the result will come. Okay, so you uh, can see here 3000 is not here. Apart from the 3000 and the minus 1, all have been printed, all data will be printed here. Okay, so in the last I would like to say Apache Spark is a powerful, fast and scalable framework for the big data processing. Its speed, ease of use and the versatility make it the preferred choice for the modern data analytics. Okay, it's a for the data analytics, it's using for the AI and the real-time application. Okay, thank you. Let's discuss the new session into a new topic come into for the new session. Okay, thank you.